Okay, that song was Blast Burn by Dirt Squad, a band of the future from La Mesa?
La Mesa.
Nice. Okay, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about that band, and then we'll talk a little bit about you after.
Yeah, Dirt Squad is just some of my friends that I grew up skating with, and you know, when we were kind of getting into punk and all that, started going to shows when we were teenagers. That was the first band to form out of all of our friends, and so it's a very near and dear to my heart.
Was it a band made up of your friends?
Yeah, it was. I was actually the original guitarist in that band, and then I got kicked out because I just wanted to skate. But they've gone through a few different lineups, and that was like their best original lineup.
How long were they a band after you got kicked out? Or after you left? Or whatever?
I don't know, 4 years probably. They played a lot of shows.
Did you make a band after that?
No, I was not trying to play music. I just
too focused on skating.
Yeah, too focused on skating. I just wanted to go to shows and have fun, you know.
Yeah.
I think that was like at a time when we were like, you know, just really getting deeper and deeper into punk, and it's like, oh shit, where do you go from fucking here? We got into like Spaz, and we got into Infest, and you know, all those bands, and so we were like obsessed with Power Violence. I don't know why, dude. It's like not like easy listening, you know.
I think Power Violence just like matches the feeling of that point in time in your life. I think like what it like how your head feels is what Power Violence like sounds like.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're like just like a stupid ass fucking skater. Yeah, you're just like, oh, this is sick. Like Charles Bronson and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, Luke, what is your full name and where are you from?
My full name is Luke Blake. I'm from La Mesa.
Luke Blake sounds like a country singer.
Well, maybe I am a little bit country.
Isn't that a country singer?
No, I think you're thinking of Luke
Bryan.
Yeah. Or Blake Sheldon.
Yeah, where are you from again? Sorry.
La Mesa.
Have you always lived in San Diego, or I know you moved to New York?
Yeah.
But were you living in San Diego before that?
Yeah, I've lived in San Diego my whole life, and then when I was 18, I moved to New York, and I was there for a year living in Brooklyn. But New York ain't Dago, so I moved back.
Yeah. Why'd you move to New York?
I moved to New York, you know, why anybody else would want to move to a different city. You're fucking tired of the city you grew up in, and you're trying to experience new things, and, you know, that's definitely a city that it's got a lot going on, and so I wanted to go see for myself.
It matched what you wanted to do at the time?
Definitely, yeah. I wanted to, you know, just watch as many bands as I could, go to shows, go skate in the city, and just experience living in a big city like that, and I definitely got that experience, I think.
Did you become as attached to that music scene as you did to the San Diego scene? Not attached, sorry, involved?
Definitely not. 100% no, because it's very much not an all ages scene, and I was 18 when I lived in New York, and so I couldn't even go to most of the shows, and the shows that I did go to were like not the kind that were like super inclusive, you know. It's kind of more just like super
was it, like,
cool guy.
Cliquey?
Yeah, definitely cliquey, and definitely like everybody's trying to like out cool everybody, so it's not the kind of place that you like get involved, you know.
Yeah, you're either it or you're not.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like if you got the fucking coolness, then they like you. If not, you're out.
Yeah. How long were you living in New York?
Just a year. A year was pretty much, you know, like I moved there, I signed a lease on an apartment for a year, and then that was kind of my time to figure out if I wanted to stay or not. And then around probably like the 9-month period, I was like, all right, dude, fuck this place. I'm getting out of here. This is not it, you know?
Yeah. When you came back to San Diego, did you feel like it was the same, or it had changed a lot, you think?
I mean, pretty much the same. I think what changed was my appreciation for the place. I mean, that's so cliche, but it's really true. You know, I got that outside perspective, and I realized how great of a city it actually is. Like, it's just, there's nowhere else like it. And especially the fact that it's a border town, like, people in New York just don't get it. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, you know, like San Diego, Tijuana, it's like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, like, it's kind of all-inclusive, you know? Like, nowhere else is really like that. So that's definitely a big part of it.
That is very true. What's the other Mexican border is Juarez?
Yeah, Juarez and El Paso.
And that's not like a party
definitely
city.
not. Yeah, definitely not.
Not a party city. Yeah, some parts of San Diego are pretty heavenly, I feel like. And yeah, it's something you can be used to, but when you leave, it'll definitely provide you that perspective that you need to appreciate those things.
For sure.
What area or where are you living at now, actually?
I live in North Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nice. It's nice to be like centralized, but
You're
I think
around
it's
everything.
Yeah, definitely. It almost like has kind of just desensitized myself to how special of an area it is. You know, like living like close to Balboa Park and all that stuff, but kind of wish I'd like lived back in La Mesa again, so I could just be like
appreciating the good places.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you like living in La Mesa? Was that a good place for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like any other typical, just like almost like suburban neighborhood. It's just quiet, not crazy.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we can get into some more of the music things. Got a couple questions. I wanted to know, why did you decide to take on running a label and what that would be like? And did you know of any of the pressures that would come with that? Or did you just, were you going at it at a more personal approach and just doing it by your rules, I guess, instead of the traditional way?
I don't really think I was thinking about it too much when I decided to do it. It was kind of just like, I think I really wanted to release my friends' music that I thought they weren't really capable of doing themselves. Like, no disrespect to Dirt Squad or any of those bands, but I think that there was just kind of like an image and a whole mysticism and mythology to their band that, you know, I was like, oh wow, like nobody has really seen this in the way that me and my friends see it. So I want to try and like put out a tape like that so people see it that way. Or same thing with Dictator. Like, they didn't really play a lot of shows, fucking amazing band, but didn't really like do a lot for themselves. And so kind of just wanted to like do that for them, you know?
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, actually, how you brought up, or you repressed older bands, and like bands like like Dirt Squad, and even bands that aren't from here, right? Is it Kids Menu?
Yeah, Kids Menu is from Seattle. That's some kids that I just kind of met through, you know, touring and playing shows in Seattle and stuff like that. And yeah, dude, they're just rad people all around. And so it's just kind of something that, like, that was the first release, and it kind of came about almost out of boredom because I wasn't really thinking about it too much. I was just kind of like, you know, it'd be really cool to like maybe just like release a tape for these guys and like design it and everything. That'd be kind of cool. And then
Was that your first?
it was the first one, and they couldn't have been better people to do it with, dude. They were so helpful and so into it. And then after that, it was kind of just like, okay, sick. Like, where else can I go from here? Who else can I do this with?
What was the second band you did?
The second tape was Dictator, which was another re-release, kind of just of all their songs. And that was one that I was like, okay, I don't ever remember them putting out a tape, but I think it'd be really fucking sick if they had one. So let's try that.
Yeah. What was the first San Diego band you put out?
First San Diego band was Dictator. And then if we're going to go...
Oh, they're from here?
Yeah, they are from here. Chula Vista, baby.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to go through a rundown of all the bands on the label. We can just go list them off real quick, and you can just tell me a little bit about them all. And maybe your origin story, I guess.
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
met them.
All right, first one, Kids Menu.
Except the ones that we already went through, I guess.
Okay, so not those. Okay, let's see. We got Kids Menu, we have Dictator, and then after that, we have Dirt Squad, La Mesa's finest. Sick ass kaiju violence. It's the best you're gonna get in the game. After that, we have Trit 95, another East County baby right there. Santee. Trit 95 is for people who like to dance. People like to have a good time. And then after that, we have Sustains, not from San Diego. Those are some 805 homies of mine.
805, what does that mean?
805 is just north of LA. It's, some other fucking area code bullshit, but it's like Moore Park, Ventura, all that good stuff. Oxnard.
How'd you meet them?
Through my friend Joey, who plays drums in that band.
Oh,
Back when I first started going to shows, he played in a band called Strike Fast. It was like a hardcore punk band.
That's a sick name.
Yeah, dude, they were really fucking good. And actually, Luis too, plays in that band. I think he played guitar in Strike Fast. But,
I don't think I know Luis.
Okay, Luis plays bass and sustains.
Oh.
But Joey and Luis both were in Strike Fast and then were in sustains. And so kind of I already knew them from going to shows and playing,
Mm-hmm.
Sustains just awesome. I don't even know what you call it, dude. Slacker rock. And then after that, we got a Vaquero coming out.
Yeah, Vaquero's a band that's gonna come out soon.
Yeah, let's fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you came out of the cave.
I mean, technically speaking, like that shit would have been done a while ago if all the technical aspects of it didn't come about, but they did, so it set us back a little bit. Well, yeah, that'll definitely be a fun release. But you have bands like Lamp Party and...
Oh, shit, I forgot about the LAN.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm actually sitting in a room with all these guys right now, so it's kind of bad, but that's just like a super fucking nerdy band for people who like to, go beat boop, play with computers and stuff. But they're, dude, another killer band.
Yeah, Lamp Party's the best. That's it, right?
Jock.
Is that all the bands? Is that all the bands on there?
I believe so.
Oh yeah, is Racket
Okay,
Girl
yeah,
on
you know what?
Cola Freak or no?
I'm gonna say right now, there are a lot of bands that are on Cola Freak that aren't on Cola Freak. Oatmeal is one of them. Oatmeal is probably the biggest band that is on Cola Freak but is not on Cola Freak.
Should we play an Oatmeal song?
We should definitely play an Oatmeal song.
All right, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna play an Oatmeal song. We actually have Nathan in here right now. Nathan, what should we play?
Nothing. I hate that band.
All right, well.
No, I'm just playing. David, what should we play?
Nathan, you're stoned.
How about just Toothpaste? That's pretty well.
All right, we're gonna play Toothpaste by Oatmeal. By Oatmeal, and since I have Nathan here with me, you want to go on here and answer a couple questions or something? I don't know. You can sit right here next to me. So you had a music video for that song. Can you tell us a little bit about that, how that went down, and who shot it, et cetera, et cetera?
So that was actually me and Joey. We were at a party at one of our friends' spots called the Doghouse, which we actually have a lot of shows at. And we were just talking, and he was talking about how he wanted to get more into, like, filming, and it was just something where, like, I knew I wanted that guy be like directing it all, because I don't know. I know that Joey's just a very creative soul, and I don't know, just a good homie too.
Who was the one that put toothpaste on? Was it on their ass or their face or something?
That's David, has a tattoo of toothpaste on his butt.
But you put toothpaste on your face.
I did, yeah, I ate.
Did that burn? That
Yeah,
burns,
no,
huh?
my skin burned really bad. Like, I was all red after. I really underestimated what it was going to do to
Yeah,
me.
toothpaste
Oh
is
my
fucked.
god.
Toothpaste is like acid. Kinda.
Yeah, it was gnarly. I rubbed it all over my face, too. It wasn't too good.
Yeah. Well, you gotta put it down for the art sometimes, you know.
The viewers loved it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Nathan.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate you sitting next to me. All right, Nathan. Does Oatmeal have anything coming out soon, or what are you guys doing?
Oh, we actually are working on our second album right now. I think we have all the songs ready.
You got the name for it?
I think one of them might be Boner Tapes. I don't know. We'll see. That's a good one, though. Yeah. But that one will be cool. That's more of a... Getting a little more punk in this one, a little faster.
Yeah, because your first release was a little more, I would consider it more of a collage of work. That was an album, right?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, there's some dreamy songs on there, there's some fast
But
ones.
they were all songs that were kind of like worked at over time, right? Over like a large amount of time.
Yeah, that album took 2 years, mostly due to procrastination, not necessarily the difficulty of the songs. It was just kind of us like slacking off and not having time to do it. But this album, I want to maybe do like a 2-week, just banging out.
A more focused, like
all live too, just
yeah.
get it done.
Yeah, sweet. Well, we're all looking forward to that. I think we're all huge Oatmeal fans, and great, nice. Thank you. Bye, Nathan.
Goodbye.
All right, Luke, we're back with you. Can anybody be on Cola Freak Records? Do you have to?
Definitely not.
No?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Fuck no.
Good answer.
It's only my friends. I don't want no fucking randos. I don't want no fucking kooks.
Only the homies.
Homies only.
Well, there you go.
So don't fucking slide into my DM trying to ask if I'll put out your tape. I'm not gonna.
Well, I guess you gotta become a friend before you can become a.
Or don't fucking become my friend. Just put out your own tape. That's the most fucking. That's the most punk rock thing you can do.
Message.
Don't ask for somebody else to do it. Do it yourself. You know.
Very true. Okay. Well, do you have any other aspirations, rather, other than this record label right now? Are there any other projects you're working on in your life, doing some?
Not really. I mean, I'm playing in a band called Racket Girl. It's pretty good, dude. It's just like some indie shit.
Yeah.
And you should all go listen to it.
Yeah, Racket Girl is awesome. I think we should play a song by them later if we can.
Yeah, we could definitely do
You guys have
that.
the stuff recorded?
Yeah, we have like 2 songs. They're pretty bad, but
Nice.
you know, that's how it goes.
Hey, you guys are somewhere. They weren't even that bad. I listened to them. They sounded good.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
What inspired you to start a record label? I know you did wanted to put out your friends and stuff like that, but was there anything on a business side? Is there any labels that you admire and or kind of?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, I think just like the name and the image more than anything. Just like
Who's
listening
the face on there?
The face is a guy called Jan Jet. He's in a Danish. I want to say they're Danish. I always fuck this up, but yeah, Danish punk band called Lost Kids from the 70s. Just like really, really good 77 classic punk rock.
And they are the ones that have the Cola Freak.
They are the ones. Their first record, Lost Kids, was called Cola Freaks. So I stole his face.
What are your thoughts on the music scene and art scene here, and maybe how they compare to the scenes in New York and Los Angeles, if you're aware of the Los Angeles scene at all?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think I know too much about either of those scenes, but from an outside perspective, at least, I would say ours is a lot more interesting because it's a lot smaller and it seems a lot more diverse. You know, like pretty much everything that I see that comes out of San Diego, I have never seen anywhere else. It's not a copy of something. It's not like, you know, just like a fucking regurgitation of like what's popular or what people think is going to be the next big thing.
Yeah,
Like,
because there isn't really like an artistic basis in San Diego. It's kind of just a beautiful laid back town that I don't know. Sometimes it can be hard to pinpoint where people are kind of gaining those motivations to start bands like that. It does kind of seem like they come out of the blue.
definitely. And I think it's always been that way in San Diego. You know, like back in the 70s and 80s, all the little punks used to call it slow death because it was just so fucking boring. And
Yeah.
all those bands were just like so unique. And, you know, they don't really sound like anything else. And it's like, I think it's still the same way. You listen to Oatmeal, you know, or you listen to Dirt Squad.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like anything you've ever heard. It's its own sound.
What about the local venues and the lack of them? And, well, what venues do we have?
Dude, we got some good ones. We got like Taros Gallery, which is one of my absolute favorites. Got a shout out to Alejandra because she does so much for everybody.
Round of applause for her.
Yeah, round of applause for Alejandra. And then we have ex Gym Standard, which is now called Swish. Edwin also does a lot for all age shows and putting on bands and stuff.
Edwin also.
Go with some more classics like Che Cafe, which, you know, is far not so accessible for everybody, but they're still pumping it out, doing their thing. They have been since the 80s.
Yeah, hands up for the shake.
And Copacabana? I'm just kidding. No, we're not going that far back. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot out
we
there.
have the Irenic also.
Yeah,
It's
we
like
have
a
the
church
Irenic.
crossover.
There's a lot of houses, too, that put on shows. Thank you to everybody that does that because that's really fucking stressful and nobody wants randos all up in your house.
Do you think if there was a lack of venues, bands wouldn't be able to prosper as they do and maybe not reach out to as many people and build a community that way?
I don't know. I mean, to some extent, yeah, but I think there's always going to be that DIY mindset in people that if there's nowhere to play, they're going to have to make it themselves or they're going to find it themselves, you know? Like, just because a venue exists doesn't necessarily mean that people actually want to go there, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, even though San Diego is definitely not the first city that comes to mind when I think of shows happening, I definitely think that there's enough of us here that want that to happen and that have that spirit of doing it ourselves that there's always going to be that flame lit, you know? Like, people are always going to have shows and put them on and find places to do it.
Yeah, I think the music and art community has grown a lot within the last 2 to 3 years. It's become pretty much like, I would almost even say like the focus of San Diego. It's like, it's gotten big enough to become noticeable in the public, I think.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, I also heard rumors of them bringing back street scene, which was unheard of for a really long time
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
was just so dead or something, you know?
Yeah, there's been a lot of that where it's like, you know, I can think of so many places that I like when I was younger I would go to shows at and just events like that just kind of disappeared or like just kind of fell off. But I feel like we're at a time now more than ever where people are kind of getting into it and, you know, it's becoming a thing that more people want to invest in, and I think that's really cool.
You also run another Instagram under Our Blowout. What's the story behind that one, and what's the purpose of that one, you'd say?
That one was sort of just because I grew up around so many people whose parents were ex-punks, ex-mods, you know, grew up going to new wave clubs and dancing, and I would hear all these stories and all these crazy things about how cool San Diego used to be, and I'd be like, wow, you know, it used to be so sick, and look at it now. And I just wish, no, that's terrible. It's not like that at all. San Diego's fucking sick. But no, I would just hear all these stories and things, and I was like, you know, you don't really know anything about it. Like, you could go find like a million documentaries about the punk scene in Seattle back in the day, or the punk scene in Washington, D.C., and you can't really find anything about the San Diego scene. So it's like, well, damn, I want to try and do my part so that it's accessible to everybody, and they can just, you know, go on this Instagram page and see all these old photos or listen to these records and things. So
a
it's
lot
like,
of those photos are given to you by people you know?
no, dude, they're 100% stolen.
Oh.
I pretty no, I mean, that's what all the like older heads would say about it. They're actually not too thrilled on it. They think that I'm like trying to exploit their childhood or some bullshit, but it's more just, you know, fascination with the scene and the culture.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
pretty much most of those photos, some of the photos actually are from friends and friends' parents and things like that, and people that I've reached out to that have been kind enough to give me photos. But a lot of them are just through going online and Googling San Diego punk scene or
Mhm.
San Diego mods and stuff like that.
Do you have any other projects of yours that you have going besides Racket Girl?
Not really. I mean, I kind of just work too much. I don't
Where do
really
you
have
work?
that much time. I work at a bar.
At a bar right now?
downtown.
Oh, no way.
It's pretty cool. It's like, it's money.
Yeah. You are a bartender?
A bar back.
What's that?
It's basically just a shit kicker, just polishing glasses, doing dishes, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Handyman type shit.
Yeah. We all got one of those, though.
Yeah.
You know?
It's all good. I'm not complaining. I'm making money,
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I want to go ahead and play a Racket Girl song now. What's this song called? What song do we going to play?
The song is called Broken Glass. It's probably our favorite song to play. It's just some punk shit.
Who writes all the music? You and everybody else? Or?
Yeah, it's pretty much like I'll just come up with a guitar riff and then, Elena will lay down some drums.
Nice.
Elena's actually the new drummer. Who played on this recording is Harry, who owns Jupiter Records in City Heights. Harry is the fucking man and lays it down always.
Jupiter Records, shouts out to you. All right, we're going to go ahead and listen to this song, and then when we come back, we will discuss some more about this band and talk some more to Luke. So that song was Broken Glass by Racket Girl. We can discuss them a little more. Who's in the band?
I play guitar, Bella's singing, Becky's on bass, and Elena is on drums.
And you guys have been playing for not too long, right?
Yeah, not too long. Probably like, I don't know, 2 months now. I don't know. We've been playing shows, maybe 3 months, but with this new lineup, like 2 months.
Yeah, are you guys planning on recording anything soon, or are you recording anything soon?
We're trying to, yeah. We're trying to record some stuff, maybe just like a little 5-song EP, super short and sweet. We just need to get around to it.
Is that going to be out on Cold Freak?
Probably, I don't know. I feel like that might be a little too much to put out my own band on my label, Like
Oh, you
maybe
think
just
so?
keep it
Yeah.
something else.
All right, well, Luke, thank you so much for coming. I think that's all the questions we have for today.
Yeah, dude, thanks for having me.
It was a pleasure having you as my first guest as we try this thing out. It's a pretty new process, so it's still a little hard to manage. But I think as we go, things will get a little better. And I'd love to have you back when I have some more advanced technology going on. Maybe some sound
Yeah,
effects
let's
or
do it
something.
again, dude. Get crazy with it.
Yeah, well, Luke, thanks so much for coming. We all appreciate what you do for everybody here.
Thank you.
Yeah, with that, I leave. So thanks.